Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back as we are about to kick off season 3 of The Bear with episode 1. The last episode, seeing them get into the swing of things, test out how everything is working. You know, it was a little rocky. They made it through the day, but the stress of the situation, the chaos of it all caused so much buildup, so many like repressed feelings and anxieties and all these things to just explode as Carmi and his neglect and all these little dominoes finally fell over. The Jenga puzzle tower that he was playing with the entire season finally came crashing down as he was trying to juggle all these things, but then let all this other stuff with the restaurant itself fall to the wayside, and then he gets trapped in the freezer faced with nothing else but his thoughts, just to rant and rave about how he's not been present, how he's not been here, and how despite him trying to find happiness and, you know, building this relationship with Claire, who has been nothing but amazing, he's not able to fully commit to either one of these things, and it's causing this restaurant to not work in the way that it should have and perform in the way that it should have. And he hasn't been able to perform in the way that he feels like he should have. And after venting all these frustrations about how he's been distracted, how he shouldn't be allowed to be happy, how he shouldn't be in a relationship, he doesn't deserve that, it's a distraction, a waste of time, as he said. Claire was on the other side of that door, hearing those words, and that's that's where we left off, man. Good God. So let's go ahead and hop in. Happy show, funny show, right? Funny, very funny, haha. Anyway, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things that we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. And with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 3 tomorrow. Here we I know the title of the episode is Tomorrow, but is it something alluding to the following day where we're at now, or are we the following day of the last thing we saw? The Bear, Part 3. Like, is this the day after all of that chaos? I'm going to presume so, considering isn't that where they were setting? Wow, man. Place looks beautiful. Dude. I love this. Oh. It's Christmas dinner.
So tomorrow?
I'll call you tomorrow. Probably want to get there.
Okay. Got everything you need?
New York's got everything.
Never been. Need to cross that one off my list one of these days too. Maybe it's called Tomorrow because it's always been like, I'll do that tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll take care of it tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. And as we know, tomorrow never comes. And just like all those promises or obligations, he never gets around to any of them. Disconnects. You know, What is the point of the tall chef hat? What's like the practical design need for tall hats in a kitchen? I understand hairnets and, you know, covering one's head and shit like that. Makes sense. Keep your hair out of the food. But why the tall hat? Well, this place here's not half bad.
Oh, you fucking smell like a goddamn donkey.
Aw. Oh, you son of a bitch.
What the fuck is this shit? It's way too many components. Basically made nachos. You want to add another fucking sauce? Anybody got any more sauce we can add to this? We already have a dish with dill in it. You knew that, right?
Yes, chef.
Never repeat ingredients. Move on. That's how you do better.
Subtract. Take away. Oof. Oh, because he can't go around doing too much. Yeah, the door. He's looking around the place. He's just he can't have too many things in his life. He's got to cut shit out. Is the lesson little Mihail was trying to teach here. Well, finally got the fucking door handle fixed. Damn, man. We're like going through Carmi's like existence. Oh, wow. Dude, it really had to have been Carmi. It was. He is the guy that Will Poulter was talking about. He's everybody's inspiration, but they don't know the sacrifice and toll that it takes to be where he's at. Maybe they do. Maybe they do know on some level.
Faster, please, chef. Chef. Chef, let's fucking go.
Got it.
Thank you, chef.
Chefs, quiet.
Sorry, chef.
What was he doing? Was that a Q-tip? Was he checking for dust? I'm not sure what the hell he was just doing.
What's wrong?
Just feel like maybe I'm never gonna see you again.
You're gonna see me again. 3 cuts on each side?
Exactly, 3 or 4 cuts.
Do we have a problem? You're nothing.
All good, Carmi?
Yes, chef.
Keep it flat. Excellent.
Fuck you.
Wow. What a dick-ass. I was gonna say dickhead, but then I was like, that's dumb. Then I said dick-ass. What a fucking jackass. Fuck it. Stick with a classic. This episode's really, like, getting you into Carmi's head. I think this is the most insight we've had into Carmi as a whole here.
I'm so sorry.
We made it
No, you made it.
with everyone else.
I left you alone.
So don't let it happen again.
It's never gonna happen again.
He's got to subtract.
You should call.
You think she wants to hear from you right now?
It's not what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I said, but I know I didn't mean it. And I know you didn't mean it. I'm sorry. And I love you.
No.
And I'm sorry. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. I love you.
Aww.
And I'm sorry.
Aww.
And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.
That's what she meant. She wasn't talking about Claire. She was talking about what he said to Richie. Oh. Did she pass? Or was it just an incident? I'm assuming she passed, but I don't know.
5 more seconds on these, Chef.
Chef.
You got this?
Yes, Chef.
Are you sure?
Yes, Chef.
Do you need me to finish it for you?
No, Chef.
5 more seconds on these, always, Chef.
5 more seconds, because every one of those seconds counts.
Dad,
Carm,
I'm okay.
but if you're not, and if it's too hard, if it's too much in New York, you can come home.
Hey. I'm good at this.
I know you are, honey.
Also, they want oxidize.
Yes.
This needs to get good or go away.
Hey, I know tonight was really a lot. I just hope you know that we're all here for you. Whatever you need, and
Marcus.
take all the time you need. You don't even need to respond to this at all. So sorry, Marcus.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Why a restaurant?
Why not a restaurant?
No.
I don't want a shot. We're gonna have a staring contest, and whoever blinks, they lose, and the winner gets a prize. You blinked. Oh my god, I lose. And you win. You did it. You did it.
Aww. That was cute. Every time we're in the past, man, we're just seeing routine. And every time he was just like improving, outscaling. He breaks his routine, he breaks free, and then shit falls apart.
That's for Chef. Chef. You want me to finish that for you, Chef? No, Chef. You sure? Yes, Chef.
God, he's become his teacher.
Sorry, Chef.
Every second counts.
Hustle, chefs. Every second counts. Thank you.
Beautiful drawings.
Thank you, Chef.
Very creative.
No.
Check that out.
What the hell is that?
Absolutely no fucking idea.
Hey, Mikey, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go. Come on. Open the fucking door.
I want you to have this.
Hey,
Please fucking take it.
I'm not gonna fucking take your money, Nat. No.
A lot of time. That's the only flavoring we give in the fish. Yeah. But you want music? You hear the music? Yeah. Yeah. You like music?
Jeez.
Sorry, Chef.
You shaking? Are you nervous?
No, Chef.
You want to step out for a second? A little too much. Hey guys, why don't y'all stop? I'm gonna let Carmi catch up.
Yo, call me back. Where the fuck are you?
Okay, let's lose
Oh,
the blood orange and the zucchini and add film.
Mike.
Chef, just take your time thinking about that. Yes, Chef. It's way longer for that to process. You know that's gonna be my dish then?
Yes, Chef.
This guy, dude, fuck off. Oh yeah, they found Mikey.
It's Mikey. What? We can do this. Let her rip. It's just getting louder.
This guy's nothing.
And I don't think I can do this by myself anymore.
Tell us a story we've all heard a million times. Tell a story about how you're living with your mom.
Oh, Marcus. Funny episode. Ha 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 ha. Oh, did he even go in? Wow.
This is your brother's house. Remember? I was running it fine without you.
Why didn't he leave it to you then?
Where did you work before here?
I staged at the French Laundry and a family-owned restaurant.
Oh, do you cook there?
Hung out there.
Have you ever been to Copenhagen?
Let her rip, Bear.
Why are you so fucking slow?
Now, maybe we've reached as far as your talent can go.
It's a phenol allergy. It's a blood orange. Yes, chef. Thank you.
Not about you.
Opiate of hamachi with blood orange. Enjoy.
Oh, whoa. Wow. Dude. God, he doesn't even, he can't even know or fathom the effect he's had or the reach in these ways that he would never even be able to see. But then that led her to him, and then his experiences is passing off and his inspiration to Will, passing off to Marcus, and it's created this almost web of fate around him. Shit. What an episode. Like, I don't think we've ever got as clear of an image of Carmi's existence as we have with this episode. Like, it was, this was art. This was fucking art, like from beginning to end. Like this mood, this tone from the track, the score, the editing, the pacing, all of it is like assembling all these different pieces together to paint a picture of who Carmi is and almost why both things are working and why some of the other things are not. And we're getting this image of just like all the different effects, his life, his way of life, his upbringing, his connections, the way he copes, the way he operates, and how those things have made their way into today. Like, we've had some glimpses. We've talked about some things here and there up until this point, some learned behaviors, as well as some things that we've seen from other flashbacks. But this really gave us insight into why things last season, especially, were so chaotic, so intense, and why he was struggling so hard. He excels when he's left alone, when he is on his own, when he's focused, when he's set his routine. Like when we saw him when we saw him in Copenhagen, when we saw him learning, that was outside of being with Claire, that was like the only time we've seen him be kind of happy about anything. But he's still being pressed. He's still being, pressured. He's settled in. There's no outside factors encroaching upon his world. But when he goes and he's with Mikhail, the guy is a fucking asshole. He's just pushing him. Nothing's ever good enough. At its core, it's meant to like spur him forward and make him improve, force him to improve if he can. See if he can weather the storm, so to speak. But it's just such a toxic way to go about it. But it can be effective. But it just goes to show that, when things don't work out, when he doesn't meet expectations, when he doesn't make the mark, that's when he beats himself up. That's when he feels like a failure. That's when he like storms and spirals. And again, us getting to see these moments and these seeds that have been planted from season 1 to 2, both of the things that happened within the family, but also the way that he's impacted the people that he works with and stuff like that. We had that conversation with, Sydney and Marcus when they were talking about stuff when she had that little bit of an almost falling out with Carmi when she temporarily quit, about what set her on this course to begin with, the inspiration, what was it, her favorite meal she's ever had was one that he cooked. Then Will Poulter, when he was talking to Marcus, he's talking about how, he thought he was the best. He thought he was hot shit until he met this other person. That person was just clearly so much better than him, but he accepted where he was because that gave him something to strive for, something to push towards, something to aspire to. And we always I speculated that it would be funny if it was Carmi, and as we've learned, like with the other things where we see Olivia Colman come in and the relationship that he garnered there, we got to see that relationship in this episode, how that was fostered, how those behaviors were learned, how the lessons there and that motto have lived on in him and the way that he operates. And then, of course, she sent him to Copenhagen, which is where, he came right neck and neck with Will Poulter, and we saw him with the peas, with everything. He was always pressing Will to go faster, come on, buddy. And he was just like, yeah, he was the guy. Like when he's on an island and all he's doing is shutting himself off from the world and focusing in on making something. Like he said on his little notebook, no unnecessary ingredients, no repeat ingredients. It's not about you. When there's no room for him, he is like killing it. Sometimes is a sacrifice for greatness. Sometimes the sacrifice for success, for honing one's skills, is quite literally putting yourself on an island. Because if you really want to master your craft to like an extent that nobody else has, you don't have time for anything else. That's why when you go to get your master's, a lot of times they recommend you don't have a job. Some places won't even accept you if you have a job, depending on what path your track you're on to get. I've seen that. They will not take you if you have any other obligations. That has to be your obligation. Otherwise, you're not going to make it out, or it's just a waste of time and money. And that's kind of the idea here. Like if he wants to be this great chef that in the end was just to prove Mikey wrong, be like, haha, rub it in his face, I'm going to be the best chef in the fucking world because he wouldn't let me cook at this sandwich shop, which is insane. But that was what he was doing. It's not for him. It's never really been for him. It's fucking wild. And I'm sure there's so many different layers to this if we were to just examine it end on end. But I just gotta say, the execution of this episode was so melancholic. It had this somber, isolated, but soothing tone to it all. It was very much so bittersweet, which I think is the perfect fit, because that was a lot of what this was. It was all of the positives mixed with all of the opposites, all of the not so positives. about his life and all these different things, like the maelstrom that is the life and mind of Carmy. We got to see a lot of his foundational elements here, the way his family impacted him and that carried on, and then it's just his coping mechanisms and his fuck dude. And then Marcus, yeah, his mother fucking passed. Missed those phone calls, but I mean, what was there to do? What was there to do in that moment? And then we got to see how he found out about Mikey, his own loss, Richie, him getting that apology call from the voicemail from Carmy, and then just all these other things. Like, it's just like, oh, fuck. If he wants to succeed, though, it's almost like he can't allow himself to be a human being at the end of the day. He doesn't have time for it, and it's just the heartbreak that comes with all of this. Like his aspirations versus the reality of the situation, or finding any semblance of balance. We just see what he's putting himself through. Like when we cut back, then John Mulaney is just tucking him in at night every night because he just kind of comes in and passes out, just living on this conveyor belt, going in, practicing, doing these things, coming back, existing. He's just floating through life in a way and is seeking this perfection in this craft. And that's, at the end of the day, he doesn't really get anything out of. Again, like he said, the enjoyment of what he does comes from seeing how people appreciate what he makes. But he's also proud of what he makes because he takes pictures of him. He sent them to his family. He was like, hey, I don't know what the fuck that is, but look what my guy, look at my brother, look what he's doing, you know? There's such a push and pull, yin and yang, to the story we're seeing here. And, you know, I couldn't get every word or every note that was on his little notepad. And if somebody wants to comment, like everything, if they manage to go through this and find all of those little notes, I'd love to actually look at them, because there's a lot of things, the ones that I did catch and could read, because some of his writing I just straight up couldn't read, was just, you know, topical to what's going on, even if metaphorical to what's going on, which is really interesting. I don't know, man. This was a wild, wild episode to see and experience. This was an experience, I'll say. I don't really know what else to say right now. I really don't. So I'm going to go ahead and just pass it off to you guys. How do you feel? What is your read, your interpretations, anything of note that you found within this or observations? I would love to hear from you all. But guys, that's it for this one. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Many share it, your course, Scott, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cantrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Sam Oyer. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.